Hello, how is it going, everybody? Today we're going to be jumping into Psalms chapter 28. So, yesterday we finished um, probably one of the most iconic chapters in the Bible, 23, Psalms 23. But we reread from 22 to 27. And I really like 27. 27 was, I feel like a lot of people need to hear 27. But, anyways, let's jump into 28. This is entitled Rejoicing in Answered Prayer. We read a few prayers of David yesterday, and now looks like David's prayer is answered, and he's rejoicing in this answered prayer. So let's see what David has to say.
Psalm 28, a psalm of David.
To you I will cry, O Lord, my rock. Do not be silent to me, lest if you are silent to me, I become like those who go down to the pit. Hear the voice of my supplications when I cry to you.
What do you mean, I become like those who go down to the pit? Which pit? Like Sheol pit? Or, to you I will cry, O Lord, my rock. Do not be silent to me, lest if you are silent to me, I will become like those who go down to the pit. What does that mean? Let's see what my Bible's got to say. 28, 1. The pit is one of the terms for death in Psalms. As in chapter 6, verse 5, David asks to be rescued from death so that he might live to praise God. Okay. So pretty much David is saying that he'll be hurt so much to the point where he'll die, right? It's like death if God is silent to him. He'll become like those who will go down to the pit. So God being silent to him is like death to him.
When I lift up my hands toward your holy sanctuary, do not take me away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, who speak peace to their neighbors, but evil is in their hearts. Give them according to their deeds, and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them according to the work of their hands. Render to them what they deserve.
Do not take me away with the wicked and with the workers of iniquity, who speak peace to their neighbors, but evil is in their hearts. Give them according to their deeds and according to the wickedness of their endeavors. Give them according to the work of their hands. How do you think David react if he saw Job and he was amongst there's 4 friends, right? He had Job's 3 friends and David up there. Do you think David would be sympathetic, or do you think David would join in with the other 3 friends? That's an interesting question.
Hands, render to them what they deserve. Because they do not regard the works of the Lord, nor the operation of his hands, he shall destroy them and not build them up. Blessed be the Lord, because he has heard the voice of my supplications. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusted in him, and I am helped. Therefore my heart greatly rejoices, and with my song I will praise him. The Lord is their strength, and he is the saving refuge of his anointed. Save your people, and bless your inheritance. Shepherd them also, and bear them up forever.
So I'm thinking this is how we should receive a prayer. This verse 6 and onwards, right? It's entire. See, that's why I'm curious. Where do these subheadings come from? Rejoicing in answered prayer, because the whole entire section wasn't just rejoicing in answered prayer. I feel like verse 6 onward is David rejoicing, being happy, praising God for his prayer being answered. But, saying things like the wicked deserve what they should get and punish the wicked for you're not, they don't view you as Lord. That's not really, that doesn't have much to do with David's prayer. It seems like that's more David establishing the line, differing him from the rest of the people. See, like, look, I'm not like these people. These people deserve to be punished because they don't love you. I love you. And thank you for what you've done for me. That seems to be the flow of this. What do you guys think?
Psalm 29, a psalm of David.
Give unto the Lord, O you mighty ones. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due to his name. Worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The God of glory thunders. The Lord is over many waters. The voice of the Lord is powerful. The voice of the Lord is full of majesty. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. Yes, the Lord splinters the cedars of Lebanon. He makes them also skip like a calf, Lebanon and Syrian like a young wild ox. The voice of the Lord divides the flames of fire. The voice of the Lord shakes the wilderness. The Lord shakes the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord makes the deer give birth and strips the forests bare. And in his temple, everyone says, Glory. The Lord sat enthroned at the flood, and the Lord sits as king forever. The Lord will give strength to his people. The Lord will bless his people with peace.
So that was just David praising God, talking about God's power. Holiness and majesty. There's a lot of that. David, see, that's the thing. Again, I say, because these are psalms, a song, right? They're songs, and it's just like our songs today. Like when you go to church, what are the songs? They're praise and worship songs, right? They're singing praises to God. So that's why you have a lot of these psalms just about praises, And even the ones that are not about praises, they're about certain circumstances, emotions, right? Going through thought process of either David or an unnamed individual. And these are things that, you can find in songs today, right? So that's cool. That's just cool to see. Like we write songs very, very similar to the way they used to write songs back in the day.
Psalm 30, a psalm, a song at the dedication of the house of David.
I will extol you, O Lord, for you have lifted me up and have not let my foes rejoice over me. O Lord my God, I cried out to you, and you healed me. O Lord, you brought my soul up from the grave. You have kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Sing praise to the Lord, you saints of his, and give thanks at the remembrance of his holy name.
See, notice David is speaking in specifics. He's thanking God for specifics. And that only helps us, right? Because we remember the specifics, and because we're thanking the specifics, you're more thankful for it because it's conscious in your mind. So, and I feel like that will help you be more thankful because you're remembering, you're thinking about it. It's not just a general broad thank you. It's like generally, right? You're thank you for everything and all that. You don't thank for everything. Thank for certain specifics. Pay attention to the things that you're being thankful for, and I don't know, it just makes it more real, and you feel it a whole lot more, probably. Not probably. You do feel it a whole lot more.
Remembrance of his holy name. For his anger is but for a moment. His favor is for life. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Now in my prosperity I said, I shall never be moved. Lord, by your favor you have made my mountains stand strong. You hid your face, and I was troubled. I cried out to you, O Lord, and to the Lord I made supplication. What profit is there in my blood when I go down to the pit? Will the dust praise you? Will it declare your truth? Hear, O Lord, and have mercy on me. Lord, be my helper. You have turned for me my mourning into dancing. You have put off my sackcloth and clothed me with gladness, to the end that my glory may sing praise to you and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks to you forever.
So he's thanking God while asking for help. Again, that's like that same mindset, right? That we spoke about yesterday and the day before, where he's already thankful for something that, I mean, he's thankful for all the things that God has done for him. And he's saying, thank you for putting me in this position. And please also help me with this other thing. But then you can also look at it as where, because of all the things that God has done for him, and even if he didn't, that faith is there. That faith that God will help him is there. And he's saying, thank you for it. And then he's asking for help. You see, so he's establishing the fact that God has helped him. So he knows God is going to help him in the future. And then he's asking for help. So that just builds the confidence within you, builds a relationship with you and God. And that just changes the entire dynamic, I feel like. And I feel like that's how we should pray. A lot of us, we are like, okay, we shouldn't take it for granted. And we should ask without expecting anything. But I feel like the way people pray in the Bible is the exact opposite. They pray expecting their prayer to be answered. So maybe we should try doing that. Did beef go to the end? Yeah. I know I need to try doing that.
Psalm 31, to the chief musician, a psalm of David.
In you, O Lord, I put my trust. Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in your righteousness.
Are these in order? Because they're following similar themes, like 28, 29, 30, 31. Well, especially 29, 30, 31. With the, you can include 28 in there too. With rejoicing that a prayer is answered, asking God for something, so praying for something while thanking God. And then now it's talking about putting trust in God. So you prayed, you're asking for something, and you're putting trust in God. So you're putting trust in that your prayer will be answered. Well, I guess we'll find out in what the context is. But it seems like these are flowing together.
Let me never be ashamed. Deliver me in your righteousness. Bow down your ear to me. Deliver me speedily.
Yeah, okay, so
be my
similar
rock
to
of
30.
refuge, a fortress of defense to save me. For you are my rock and my fortress. Therefore, for your name's sake, lead me and guide me. Pull me out of the net which they have secretly laid for me, for you are my strength. Into your hand I commit my spirit. You have redeemed me, O Lord, God of truth.
I feel like he's speaking to himself as much as he's speaking to God. He's speaking for himself to hear, to remember, while also speaking to God. Maybe it's probably even more beneficial for him to hear it, because God already knows what's in his heart. So
I have hated those who regard useless idols, but I trust in the Lord.
There again, he's like, again, we see this not only with David, but with a lot of other people. Like, they're making their case. They're building their credibility with God, right? They're just saying, I don't agree with this. These are my beliefs. And I've seen all the things that you've done. You are great. You're awesome. And thank you for doing all these things for me. So could you please do this? And then they ask. It's like they're making a case for what they're asking. And that feels much more human, It's like they're speaking to somebody. It's not like they're praying to somebody that's completely unrelatable, right? It's like they're using. I mean, probably it's not necessary, right? Because God knows everything, what's going on, but it just makes it more real. Especially thinking back to like how Moses and God used to talk, just one-on-one, like as two people talking. Like God, like there were times when Moses used to calm God down. God got angry and Moses calmed him down. Like they talked as like one-on-one, like, person to person. And I mean, obviously Moses has respect for God. It's not like he was talking in a disrespectful manner, but they actually spoke like they knew each other. And this style of praying is like you're praying to somebody that you can relate to, or not that can relate to you, or there's some type of relatability there where you have to make a case for yourself, meaning that there's logic involved where God is understanding your position and you're trying to express this message to God. You're not automatically assuming that, okay, what's the point in praying? Like God already knows what I'm thinking. He knows where I'm going to end up when I die. He knows was the day, the second, and he knows what I'm going to pray tomorrow. So why should I even pray? You could think like that, but they're thinking more like, I have to come to God. I have to say what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, so he knows, and tell my situation, explain myself, and we'll see what he says. So that's cool. I feel like that'll probably benefit the person praying a whole lot more than coming from the other mindset.
I will be glad and rejoice in your mercy, for you have considered my trouble. You have known my soul in adversities, and have not shut me up into the hand of the enemy. You have set my feet in a wide place. Have mercy on me, O Lord, for I am in trouble. My eye wastes away with grief, yes, my soul and my body. For my life is spent with grief, and my years with sighing. My strength fails because of my iniquity, and my bones waste away. I am a reproach among all my enemies,
Is this when David
but
was
especially
old?
among my neighbors, and am repulsive to my acquaintances. Those who see me outside flee from me. I am forgotten, like a dead man, out of mind. I am like a broken vessel,
Is he talking about
for I
himself?
hear the slander of many. Fear is on every side. While they take counsel together against me, they scheme to take away my life. But as for me, I trust in you, O Lord. I say you are my God. My times are in your hand. Deliver me from the hand of my enemies and from those who persecute me. Make your face shine upon your servant. Save me for your mercy's sake. Do not let me be ashamed, O Lord, for I have called upon you. Let the wicked be ashamed. Let them be silent in the grave. Let the lying lips be put to silence which speak insolent things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Oh, how great is your goodness, which you have laid up for those who fear you, which you have prepared for those who trust in you, in the presence of the sons of men. You shall hide them in the secret place of your presence from the plots of man. You shall keep them secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues. Blessed be the Lord, for he has shown me his marvelous kindness in a strong city. For
Yeah,
I
this has
said
got to
in
be
my
when he's
haste,
older.
I am cut off from before your eyes. Nevertheless, you heard the voice of my supplications when I cried out to you. Oh, love the Lord, all you his saints.
Again, making his case.
For the Lord preserves the faithful and fully repays the proud person. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all you who hope in the Lord.
I want to see what
But as for me,
my Bible's commentary has to say about, where was it? Was it before this? Yeah, I think around here. Let me see. Yeah, this was it around here. 31. Okay, here. I am in trouble are classic words of lament, and thus being the lament section of this psalm. My eyes waste away. That's in, where is that? 9, and then verse 9. David uses similar language in chapter 6, verse 7 to express his sorrow, a reproach. As in this case for Psalm 30, it is possible that what faces the psalmist is a terrible illness, perhaps a physical condition that makes him repulsive to others. Okay. Because I was thinking, like, he's the king. Why are you, and I'm repulsive to my acquaintances. I am a reproach among all my enemies, but especially among my neighbors. So those who see me outside flee from me. I am forgotten like a dead man, out of mind. So my Bible is thinking that, okay, maybe he was sick, maybe just locked away in his house, and he's really, really sick, that so much so that he looks repulsive. Maybe so. I mean, there's no real explanation here given, so we can only assume. Whoop. What? But yeah. Let's jump into chapter 32 here.
Psalm 32, a psalm of David, a contemplation.
blessed is he whose transgression is forgiven, whose sin is covered. Blessed is the man to whom the Lord does not impute iniquity, and in whose spirit there is no deceit. When I kept silent, my bones grew old through my groaning all the day long. For day and night your hand was heavy upon me. My vitality was turned into the drought of summer. I acknowledged my sin to you, and my iniquity I have not hidden. I said, I will confess my transgressions to the Lord, and you forgave the iniquity of my sin. For this cause, everyone who is godly shall pray to you in a time when you may be found. Surely, in a flood of great waters, they shall not come near him. You are my hiding place. You shall preserve me from trouble. You shall surround me with songs of deliverance. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will guide you with my eye. Do not be like the horse or like the mule, which have no understanding, which must be harnessed with bit and bridle, else they will not come near you. Many sorrows shall be to the wicked, but he who trusts in the Lord, mercy shall surround him. Be glad in the Lord and rejoice, you righteous, and shout for joy, all you upright in heart.
A lot of the theme of the wicked will be punished and the righteous will be rewarded. A lot of that going on in these Psalms we've been reading.
Psalm 33.
Rejoice in the Lord, O you righteous, for praise from the upright is beautiful. Praise the Lord with the harp. Make melody to him with an instrument of 10 strings.
Notice how there's no superscript up here. So we don't know who wrote it. Could have been David. Might not have been David. We don't know. But even with the superscripts that say a Psalm of David, I don't know. How do we know that it was a Psalm of David? Because at the beginning of my Bible, this summary section of the intro to the chapter, to the book, it said that the superscripts were probably not in the original text. It was just to provide context to the reader. So, where are we getting that information from? I'd like to know.
Sing to him a new song. Play skillfully with a shout of joy. For the word of the Lord is right, and all his work is done in truth. He loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of the goodness of the Lord. By the word of the Lord the heavens were made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. He gathers the waters of the sea together as a heap. He lays up the deep in storehouses. Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. For he spoke, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast. The Lord brings the counsel of the nations to nothing. He makes the plans of the peoples of no effect. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, the plans of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation whose
Another
God
praise
is
song.
the Lord, the people he has chosen as his own inheritance. The Lord looks from heaven, he sees all the sons of men. From the place of his dwelling, he looks on all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashions their hearts individually. He considers all their works. No king is saved by the multitude of an army. A mighty man is not delivered by great strength. A horse is a vain hope for safety, neither shall it deliver any by its great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is on those who fear him, on those who hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waits for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name. Let your mercy, O Lord, be upon us, just as we hope in you.
I like that ending. But yeah, another praise song. I feel like we're gonna see that's gonna be a continual theme, because they're songs, right? We're gonna have a lot of praising God and these psalms. But that's gonna be it for today. We just finished chapter 33. Tomorrow we'll jump into chapter 34, and looks like it's going to be another praise song. The happiness of those who trust in God. And this one is written by David. It says, a psalm of David when he pretended madness before Abimelech. Oh, you remember that. Who drove him away, and he departed. So again, he got out of a sticky situation, and so he's praising God. Yeah, a lot of these. And this is a lot. Is this? Yeah. Again, another one. The Lord, the avenger of his people. Just a lot of praise and worship songs. That's what I love, man. I wish that we could put these to a tune and like use them as actual songs. That would be crazy. And like maybe hear them in the original language, and if they actually rhyme, that'd be really cool. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we'll jump into chapter 34 or Psalm 34. And hope you guys enjoyed today's reading. It was not pretty self-explanatory, right? Most of them were just praise songs. We did talk about how to receive a prayer, essentially, with praise and worship and thankfulness. But most of it was just, praising and thanking God. I mean, it's not like, okay, yeah, we already know that stuff. It's important stuff. But, no need to really dig too deep, right? Because what I'm saying is it was pretty self-explanatory. So that's why, only this session was pretty short. But it's still very important stuff. I'm not trying to take any importance away from it. It's probably the most important stuff, to be honest. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow we'll jump into chapter 34. Hope you guys enjoyed today's reading, and I will see you tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Take care. Bye-bye.